Hiya! It's Rach Dvorsky, athlete here, and today I'm really excited to talk to you about another question that I get asked really often. Just to recap, for those of you who might be tuning in for the first time, I recently won the New Zealand Fitness Model competition, which was run by Jade McKinnon, and since then I have been on a mission to help you guys achieve your goals. So this is worldwide. Anyone out there that's watching, I want to help you guys on your way. So I've been answering a range of different questions that you've sent into me. So the first question was weights or cardio, which type of training's better? The most recent question was what do I eat? So what did I eat along my journey to winning the fitness model comp? And today I want to talk to you about goal setting. How do you set a goal? Okay, now this is a hugely important aspect to achieving anything in your whole life, not just health and fitness. It's really important to set goals, and that's something that I'm super passionate about myself. So let's get straight into it. I like to keep these videos short. If you do have any questions, or if there's something in particular you'd like me to answer in another vlog, then please email me. I'd love to hear from you. The best email address to get me at is info@freshtrainingsystems.com, or you can find me on Instagram at Rach_Dvorsky_athlete. I'd love to hear from you guys. I want to keep this series going, so ask me lots of questions and I'll be sure to answer them. All right, let's get into it. Goal setting. Now, the tricky thing about health and fitness goals is that there are a lot of fads and fallacies and themes and cliques and everything within the industry, and it gets really confusing. You kind of don't know which way to look, and you don't know who to listen to because it seems like all the information conflicts. And hey, I totally get that. So I want to keep things really simple for you. Some of you may have heard of SMART goal setting. So that's SMART. Okay, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today, because that is the way that I set my goals, and I believe it truly works for anyone within fitness, but also outside of fitness, maybe in your career or just in your life in general. So SMART, what we're looking at here is S stands for specific. So we need to be setting goals that are specific to what we want to achieve. Not setting a goal that's going to make someone else happy. Okay, so you really have to look inward, thinking, feeling from your heart, what is it that you really want to achieve, and be specific. As a little example, keeping it within the health and fitness realm, instead of saying I want to get fit, tell me, what does fit mean to you? Is it the ability to run around with your children? Or is it the ability to run full stop? Or maybe it's the ability to cycle. Whatever it is, what is that fitness goal? It could be hiking. It could be swimming in the ocean. You need to be specific. So instead of going, I want to be fit, tell me what fit means to you. Okay? Next up, we want to look at something that's measurable. So if we use that little example of being fit, then how are we going to measure that? Yeah? If your goal, maybe it was cycling, then maybe you want to look at possibly cycling 5 kilometers, because we can measure that. Okay, it's measurable. Another example would be if you're looking to lose weight, then instead of saying I want to lose weight, then you'd say something like I want to lose 2 kilos or 5 pounds. You know, keep it really quite specific. Then it's measurable, and those two work together. The next one is making sure your goal is achievable. Okay, now this is a really tricky one, because we like to sometimes get really excited and set these hugely crazy goals when really they're not quite achievable for who you are. So I'm going to give you a personal example here. I have slight issues with my ankles in that I was born with an accessory bone in my feet. So for me, a running goal is not really achievable for me because A, I don't enjoy running, and B, my body's not good with running. My ankles don't handle it very well, and unfortunately I learnt that the hard way when I set a goal to run a race, and I went for a training run because I knew aerobically I could do it. I just wasn't sure if my body could handle it. And the race was 10 kilometres, and I ran that 10 kilometres for my little trial run. And as soon as I hit it, I stopped. I thought, yes, woohoo, I've done it. And then I couldn't walk. I couldn't get up because my feet and my ankles were so sore, and then they swelled up. And I just sat on the roadside, on the pavement, and thankfully about 10 minutes later, somebody I knew drove past and gave me a ride home. So that goal I had set myself was not achievable, okay? So I need you to be thinking about things that are achievable for your body. Something you can achieve might not be something that I can achieve, or possibly something you want to achieve may not be something that he wants to achieve, okay? So we need to keep these things achievable. The next one is realistic. Now, achievable and realistic are very closely related. So you're setting your goal, it's specific, you've made it measurable, you've made it achievable, but is it realistic? For example, I'm living in New Zealand right now. It is summertime, or it's supposed to be summertime. It wouldn't be wise for me to set a goal that had anything to do with winter sport or being in the snow. It doesn't snow where I live. Even in the winter, it doesn't snow. So that's not really being realistic. However, if I set a goal, it's summertime, maybe I might want to learn how to ocean swim, then I could do that because it's the right time of year for me to be setting that type of goal. Now, of course, it's great to set goals that are right out there in the future. So I could set a winter goal and make my way towards achieving that. But what I'm trying to explain here is that your goal needs to be realistic, okay? And this can come down to your physical abilities as well. So as I mentioned earlier, it's not realistic for me to set a goal of running, nor is that an achievable goal for me. And I don't like running anyway, so that wouldn't be a very good goal for me to set. But I hope that you're getting my point here. So we've set the goal. So if we go back to that cycling example, it's specific. You want to be able to cycle, which is going to improve your fitness. It's measurable because you decided that you wanted to be able to cycle 5 kilometers. It's achievable because you are capable of doing that. It's not too scary. It's realistic because you can cycle outside or you can cycle inside a fitness center. And the last one is the T, which stands for time. So now we need to start looking at how long it's going to take you to cycle that 5 kilometers. Okay, in your first goal, it might be, I just want to be able to do it. And then your second goal might be, well, I want to be able to cycle 5 kilometers in 25 minutes. And then it might be a little bit faster in 20 minutes, and so on. So your goal is now specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's realistic, and you've set a time frame. Now, one thing that's really important with goal setting is setting that time frame. Okay, so it is easy for us to say, hey, I want to get fit, or I want to lose weight, period, full stop. Now what? Okay, so you do need to put a little bit of work into that as far as when do you want to achieve this by. Now, the reason that I really wanted to answer this question today and quite early on in the series is because I'm really passionate about goal setting. And the reason that I'm passionate about it is because once you achieve the goal that you've set, you get this incredible sense of empowerment and self-belief and confidence. And that's what I want to help people out there achieve. I want you to feel empowered. I want you to have confidence. And I want you to be happy and know who you are as a person and stand tall in who that person is, because you know if you set your mind to something, you can achieve it. So just a recap of what we talked about today, how to set goals. I recommend using the SMART protocol, which is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time conscious. If you hit all of those 5 targets, you are well on your way to success. Now, a lot of people ask for examples, so I'm just going to chat a little bit about my journey and show you how I used these 5 aspects to achieve my own personal goals. Right back in 2015, I decided that I wanted to change. I was fit, however, I was out of shape, and I didn't like that. I was teaching a lot of pre-choreographed group fitness classes, and I wasn't in the shape that I wanted to be. I wasn't representing health and fitness the way that I wanted to. I was overweight and I was carrying extra fat that I didn't need to be carrying. So I started my journey. Now, right back in the back of my mind, I really wanted to compete in a sports model competition. So this is an aspect of bodybuilding. And I didn't really want to say it out loud, but it was in the back of my mind. So I had this goal, and then I started to work my way back from that. So the first thing I decided I needed to do was complete the 12-week program that I now teach to my own clients. And so I completed that, and I felt really good. I got really good results. My metabolism was working well. And then I thought, okay, now I need to set the next step towards this big, long goal of competing. And so the next step was to set a photo shoot date. And this is something I'd never done before. It made me feel very uncomfortable. And as I was going through my second program, I was almost feeling like I'd blackmailed myself. I had to do well because I'd set this goal. And then I did the photo shoot after my second program, and it was really great. Like, I was feeling really good, and it was the first time that I'd ever done anything like that. And now I was a year away from the bodybuilding competitions, and I thought, yes, I can do this. So I'd already started to build that confidence and that empowerment that I was talking about earlier. And so it's like a, what do we call it? Like a snowball effect, where it just keeps going, and the more success comes, it just keeps rolling along. And it's really, really awesome. And so I then went through more programs, and eventually, a year later, I stepped on the stage in my first bodybuilding competition, and I was healthy, happy, fit, and strong, which was important to me. I didn't want to be depleted. I didn't want to be a horrible person to be around. I wanted to really positively represent the health and fitness industry. Following on from that, I thought, okay, I'm going to take this to the next level, and my goal for year 2, which I've just completed now, was I wanted to do it without a trainer. I had the knowledge, I had the education, and I wanted to have full faith in myself that I could get myself there. So that was my number 1 goal, get on stage by doing it myself. Of course, I have a support crew, and obviously I've got a husband and family that are supporting me, my clients, and I asked a lot of people around me who are in the industry, and they really know what they're talking about. Then there were a couple of little goals that I wanted to set along the way in relation to the weights that I wanted to be lifting. So I had a squat weight that I wanted to hit. I also had a goal of keeping in contact with people, so not hiding away for the duration of my prep. And I had a goal of keeping happy and healthy and sleeping well. Now, throughout all of my preps, I never have been sick. I've never gotten ill. And so health is absolutely always going to be number 1 importance to me as well. And then I got to stage, and I obviously set goals of the placings that I wanted to achieve, which I did this year. So 3 competitions, 2 firsts and a second. Really, really happy with that result. And now I just really am passionate about helping you guys do the same thing. Okay, so like I said at the start of our little speech today, I would love to hear from you. If you have questions that you want to know about health and fitness, I want to help you answer them. I want to help give you the information you need to get going on your journey. So please message me. On Instagram, it's at Rach_Dvorsky_athlete. I'd really love to hear from you, and I hope that today you have learned something. Goal setting, how important it is, and how to do it. SMART. SMART goals. Let's do it, guys. Set those goals and let's achieve them. I can't wait to hear from you. Have a brilliant day. Thank you for watching.